Merhaba Raindrops TV izleyicileri. Bugün sizleri Güney Avustralya'nın Adelaide şehrinden selamlıyoruz. Şu anda Pinnacle College ve McYess tarafından düzenlenen 2021 Toplum Liderleri İftar için Adelaide Convention Center'dayız. Bugün programımıza birbirinden değerli misafirler, Başbakan Yardımcısı, muhalefet liderleri, toplum liderleri, yazarlar ve sanatçıların da bulunduğu 220 kişiyi ağırlamayı planlıyoruz. Çok güzel ve renkli bir program olacağını umuyoruz. Bizlerden ayrılmayın.
الذين آمنوا كتب عليكم الصيام كما كتب على الذين من قبلكم لعلكم تتقون أياما معدودات.
We're going through difficult times globally, as you know as well. How do you believe we need to respond on a personal level and as a community? And how do such IFTAR programs contribute to social harmony in this regard?
Well, first of all, it's a great honour to be attending the IFTAR Dinner. Assalamu alaikum, because this is holy month of Ramadan, and people are coming together. I believe that when the world is going through such a global crisis, we must always remember traditions. And traditions are the foundation of our existence. And if we can come together in unity and come together to give each other hope and as well as finding those values that hold us together as one community. So individually you are connecting with your family and spiritually to God, Allah. And I think it can teach a whole community about inclusiveness and belonging. Whether you're Muslim or non-Muslim, as globally there's so much despair and pain, we have to stick together.
Yeah. Thank you so much for your comments. Thank you so much for your time. Enjoy the event.
Ramadan Mubarak.
Ramadan Mubarak to you too. Thank you.
Ramadan is very important because it is the month where all the Muslims around the world, they wait for it every year to really celebrate with each other, with the families, and we fast and we do what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has ordered us to do. And the beauty about Ramadan is not only about fasting, it's also about feeling the pain and the starving of others. And this is one of the wisdom of Ramadan as well, that even a rich person, when he fasts, he will feel the hunger and the suffering of others. So it is really an important month for all the Muslims, not only myself. So we wait for it, and in Ramadan also there's the night of Qadr, and this night is like a 1000th month, and it is a night that we wait also for it. We don't know which night of Ramadan it is, and that's the wisdom behind it is for us to keep working all Ramadan, not only on the 27th night of Ramadan. So Ramadan is an important month for every Muslim.
We begin by borrowing words from a renowned Sufi master, Rumi again. There's a candle in your heart, ready to be kindled. There's a void in your soul, ready to be filled. You feel it, don't you? Ramadan marks for Muslims around the world, along with piety and fasting, as a month of contemplation, of reflection, and of remembrance. It is the month when the message of Islam revealed itself to the Prophet, seeking the truth through solitude and reflection as well. For Sufis around the world, this month signifies a period of reflection, worship, and of coming together in contemplation and zikr through an evening of summer.
Nano, say, nano, nano. साहिबा अल्लाह जल्ले शान अल्लाह जल्ले शान हो gari gari gas. All right, with this, Hasibi. Big applause. Hasimi, Rahimi, Karimi, Al Madad tu kar madad Maula. Hasimi, Rahimi, Karimi, Al Madad tu kar madad Maula. Al Madad tu kar madad Maula. Al Madad tu kar madad Maula.
It's an understatement to say that gatherings such as this evening are essential in our secular democracies. I am sure we will all acknowledge that there remains a substantial amount of work to build strong bridges and overcome prejudice. As educational and community leaders, let us continue to promote social harmony and create respectful and peaceful communities. As we know, the world has suffered too much from problems caused disunity and intolerance.
Holy Month, is a month for reflection. So on the topic of reflection, how grateful we should be living in a state of South Australia, when there's lots of heartbreaking incidents that caused by the pandemic that has impacted on the lives and livelihoods and our community. Reflect on those, and the Holy Month is a time where we all can be students again. Students in a way that we can learn from each other and reflect on what you have contributed to yourself, your family, throughout this very difficult period, the unprecedented, once in a lifetime, hopefully, pandemic. And that reflection using holy month of Ramadan to connect ourselves, not physically only, but spiritually?
I think Ramadan has come at a really important time, and I think the timing of Ramadan just at the moment is almost exquisite. Ramadan, of course, talks to reflection. This time 12 months ago, we weren't able to have this dinner. We were in a statewide lockdown. And people, we don't put our own interests first, we put the interests of others first. We're willing to make those sacrifices to ensure the collective health of others. A set of values that says we're an open-hearted, compassionate, generous country that welcomes people from all four corners of the globe, regardless of their ethnicity, their race, their religion. And that is a practice that has stood our country incredibly well for over 200 years since first white settlement. We are a multicultural nation. Multiculturalism doesn't add to Australian culture, it is Australian culture. And that is worthy of constant reflection, constant work. Australians at the moment that are still doing it tough, who are without work and are looking for opportunity. Let's remember that empathy towards them as we come out of this post-COVID phase, and I have little doubt that our country will remain prosperous and value-driven for many decades to come. Thank you very much.
Whereby if someone meets you on the street, does not care about your religion or your race, what they care about, this is fellow human. Let's start a conversation from what binds us together. And I'm sure if I'm to ask you here, a person with two heads on the neck, no. So what makes you better than the other? When we always say we are coming from one source, Adam and Eve, so why do you think you should be better than someone when all of you are coming from the same source, the same origin? We are cousins here. We are family here. Let's keep this family. Let's keep this unity. Ignore the looks. Ignore the religion. Ignore the race. And let's see human. If we do that, we will achieve and we will go better and become stronger than what we have today.
Assalamu alaikum. Distinguished guest, Uncle Lewis O'Brien, AO, Ghana Elder, the Honourable Jing Lee, Member of the Legislative Council, Assistant Minister to the Premier, Mr Peter Malinauskas, Leader of the Opposition, Members of Parliament present with us today, the Honourable John Daly, the Honourable Connie Benaras, the Honourable Jeff Brock, the Honourable Tung No, the Honourable Frank Pangallo, and the Honourable Zoe Bettison, and members of our Commonwealth Parliament, Mr Tony Zappia and Mr Steve Jorganis. Mr Norman Schuller, who is the Chair of